What is going on, my planting people? My name is Lithius and welcome to Roots Ready. This episode is going to be a little bit of a weird one. It could go all over the place, but essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be repotting all of these anthurium babies. I've had these in my collection for maybe about a year, probably longer. It's been quite a while, and I have mistreated these bad boys quite a lot. So you'll see there's quite a few yellowing leaves, and I'm going to be repotting them. I've got 100 pots here, and I've got some lovely semi-hydro mix from the guys over at Soil Ninja, so I'll be putting them into this substrate. As I said, I've mistreated and mishandled these plants. In fact, I've gone probably too long without watering them, and I'll come back and they're just all limp and on their side. The leaves are super soft. And I guess if that doesn't make them resilient, in combination with the fact that I haven't had them in any sort of high humidity environment, they've just been sat on my plant shelf behind me, I think these will make these like really strong plants, hopefully, he says. So I've got no structure to this video. I might just waffle on for a little bit whilst repotting these plants. I might go off topic. I might talk about some of the plant achievements that I've had this year. Who knows what's in store, but anyway, we're gonna give it a go, right? So I got these pots off of Amazon. I haven't even opened them yet. I think they're about a 2-inch pot maybe, so hopefully not too big. And if I can find something to open it up, that will help quite a lot actually. There we go. So open it up. So yeah, this is the size that we're working with. I think that's plenty for the plant. I think they will probably quickly outgrow this, just because I'm going to have them in pon, and my experience is anthuriums in pon produce a lot of roots. So anyway, we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but let's get into it. So as I said, there is no structure to this. We're just gonna go with it, really. I've got a little spoon thing here. What's this called? Like a little scooper that I'm going to use to transfer these plants over. Maybe I'll start with getting a couple of pots ready. Okay, so I think I'll start on this front row over here. Actually, before I even do that, let me pick up this. I didn't even tell you what plants these are. So these are a mix. These are hybrids, right? So this is a hybrid between my Anthurium magnificum cross regale, so that's my very large anthurium that you've probably seen quite a lot on this channel, and my forgetii. So it could make for some interesting plants down the line. And let me take this out of this growing tray so you can kind of see what we're working with under here. I haven't actually looked myself. So okay, that's a bit underwhelming. I thought there would be a bit like more roots and stuff, but I guess it's only a small hole at the bottom of these pots, so not really much space for them. So I've just taken out the first one. Oh, come on, look at that. Those are some roots. That's not too bad. Now the difficulty is going to be, do I just pop these in here like so? Oh, they actually fit. Ah, right. Okay, that could be a shout. It might just be that I just transfer these over just like that, because there are quite a few, and it would take me quite a while to go through them and repot each one. So I think, okay, my idea was to go through and just to take the moss off each and every one of these and replace it with pon, but I won't be doing that today. What I will do, however, is just add a small layer of pon to the bottom of the pot, just like so. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but just like that, we'll add that in and then place the plant on top. And even that I might not do for every single one of them, but we will see. So that's the first one done. And you can see there's a lot of yellowing leaves on these plants as well, which is not good. I can't even tell you why I haven't been caring for this thing. I think I just forget. Honestly, sometimes I have so many plants that I may just forget, and like, because I water on like a weekly basis, if I've forgotten to water a plant that week, then yeah, that's pretty much it. It probably won't get watered until the next week, unless I remember like part way through, and then I sort of rush to rectify it. Just put some pon. Called it pon. It's semi-hydro mix. I've got to get that right. Okay. So my last set of anthuriums, I actually had them growing in moss just like this, and they actually did pretty well. So I was quite happy with the way they turned out. Oh my! Okay, this could just be some damage on this leaf, or it could be variegation. Have a look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. That could be some interesting variegation, or some damage. I'm not too sure. We'll keep an eye on that one. Now with all of these plants, okay, this one is okay. With all of these plants, the mother plant was actually the Forgetii, and I've always found that the Forgetii tends to be the better plant mum. I've tried to pollinate my not my Warwickrianum. I've tried to pollinate the Madrag a couple of times, and only once have I been successful in pollinating it, and that was not that successful. I think I only had about 4 seeds from that plant, so it might not be the most fertile plant out there. However, it does give quite a lot of pollen, but in terms of it producing seed, it's always struggled to do that. So I'll pop that one in there like so. I mean, that's only 3 plants right now. There's quite a few more to go. Okay. Some of these plants have some really gorgeous... I keep dropping these rocks all over the place. Gonna have to mop up afterwards, but some of these plants have some really lovely belate leaves. The camera takes a while to sort of adjust, but there you go. You can kind of see how belate these leaves are, so that's quite nice, quite lovely. This one's all tangled in there. So in terms of plant highlights then, let me have a little think. What has been my biggest achievement this year? That's a good question, Lithius. What has been my biggest achievements this year? I think in terms of my plant care and stuff, I think I have sort of matured slightly. I remember when I first got into it, I wanted every single plant. And I wanted it as soon as I found out about it. But one of the things that I've learned over the years is, you know, just take your time. And I think this year I've really sort of slowed down on my plant purchasing, which is one of the things, one of the challenges I actually set myself at the start of the year. just to sort of slow down, right? Like, in fact, I found in this plant hobby, the more you sort of take your time, like these plants are not going anywhere. Like they will come back around, and there's always this sort of this plant hype, plant boom, and everybody wants the plant as soon as it comes out. But sometimes if you just wait a little bit of patience, and you'll get exactly the plant you want at a really good price, and also you probably get a much larger one as well if you just wait. Like they're not going anywhere, and they're not like, it's not like a valuable bit of art or a car or something like that. There's not only one. Most of these plants can be propagated and resold. So just patience is a big thing. I may just actually separate this one. I think I'll go back in and just tease these two apart. Okay, that's one there. Okay, and there's a little baby one just here as well. So I'll just leave the baby one on its own over here for a little while. Put this one in. And then I'll backfill with a bit of pond. Probably a bit too much pond. Let's put this in first. Okay. My hands are going to be an absolute mess after this. Okay, that's that one. Let's get this one in, like so, and backfill. Okay, got the bigger one out. Just like that. So yes, that was some of the some of the positives I think that came out of this year in terms of my plant care. I also think in terms of challenges, I have had quite a few. I've lost quite a few plants as well. Some of my bonsais that I really got into, I've actually lost them. That's one of the things I really want to get into next year and in the coming years. I think it's going to take a while, but I am exploring a bit more with bonsai because I really do like it. I mean, I did lose my, one of my biggest bonsais, as I said, the one that was most watched, my avocado bonsai. That was the waterfall style one. I sadly lost that one this year when I went away on holiday, but yeah, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I definitely want to get into it. I think it is an art. It does take some time to master. So I want to put in that time and that dedication to sort of improve that skill, that art that I yeah, I don't know what it is about bonsai. I just like the way it looks like a really full tree. However, it's it's a miniature forest. That's what I really like about it. But I know it takes a lot of time, and sometimes, as I've sort of said in my sort of one of the things that I'm trying to work on is just that sort of patience. I think if you're an impatient person, bonsai is probably not for you, because to get a lot of those results, a lot of these trees that we see online are years in the making. So you have to be prepared to put in the work to see the sort of the fruits of your labor. Look at that one. That one's got a new leaf coming in as well, just over here. So that's going to be really, really nice. Okay. Loads of dead leaves on this one, so we're just going to pull them off. Loads of dead leaves, but a lot of roots as well. Okay, so we've got about a couple of plants in here. We've got a little tiny one. I'll take that one out last. We've got two larger ones over here, so we're just going to gently, very gently, sort of just pull them apart. I think there's about 3 plants in there actually. Just gonna take my time. Really knotted, isn't it? Really matted down here. I think we're nearly there though. Gosh. There we go. That's gonna help quite a lot. Separated that out now. As much as I could anyway. There we go. That's one. And I think there's 2 more to separate. That's a little baby one. Put that over here on the side, and there's an even smaller one just here. Oh, you can't really see that. That's it. There's an even smaller one here, so we'll put that on the side as well. Stuff that in there like so. Then we are gonna backfill. Just like that. Need some more pots. Okay, 7 minutes. Got a leaf that's sort of yellowing over here. I'll take that off just because I wouldn't normally, but we are redoing. Whilst I'm in the mood of just like sorting out these plants, I might as well just try to make them look half decent as well. Save myself having to go back round pulling off these leaves that will eventually fall off. There we go. Oh gosh, this one is going to be Little tiny one again. Let's chuck that on the side, and I don't think there's any more. That's it. Another dead leaf. Pull that off. Stick that in the pot. In terms of YouTube, I'm just trying to think, what am I... Oh yeah, there we go. I think this year actually, I'm trying to really monitor my sort of energy levels when it comes to caring for plants and so on. I think this is something that you can easily become burnt out doing this, because, you know, I definitely want to make sure that I continue to share my love of plants in the best way that I know how, and it's through, you know, sort of YouTube and so on. I mean, there's a lot more that I could do. I know there's Instagram and TikTok and all these other platforms, and I could really sort of push myself to really promote a lot of what I do on there, but I'm conscious that I don't want to burn myself out, as I said. I think adding any additional pressure can really take the love and passion out of this, and I don't want to lose that. You know, I really do find plants something that I really enjoy. It's really therapeutic. I remember, I think it was Dave from Aero District that sort of spoke about, you know what, whenever his sort of approach to not getting burnt out in this plant thing is by, if he feels like doing something, he will do it. If he doesn't, he won't. So if he feels like watering the plants one day, I may be paraphrasing here, he will go ahead and he will do it, and you know, that's when he has his energy to do it, so be it. He will go all out. But whenever he feels like, nah, he just hasn't got the energy, he won't force himself. And I think it's that forcing yourself element that really you can lose that creativity and the passion. So that's one of the things that I'm sort of trying to keep tabs of as well, just looking inwards and just making sure that, you know, checking where I am and making sure I'm still doing this for the right reasons, the passion. And I hope that comes across in sort of what I do over on YouTube. I'm not really here about like the drama and all these other things, which I'm sure can get quite a lot of views. I'm just here just to sort of share my passion for plants. I even try to stay away from the education side of things. There's a lot of other channels out there that will give you the exact science behind how to care for your plants. A lot of mine is hit and miss. I learn as I go, and I just sort of share that. But mainly it's about sharing just the joy that plants can bring. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, lovely. So we clean it up. Lots of dead leaves on this one. Clearly someone wasn't looking after their plants, right? Just pick all of that off. There's quite a few plants in here. I remember I was kind of running out of space. Oh, that's an interesting one. It's got one root on it. Okay, and there's yeah, I was saying that when I was potting these plants up, I remember there wasn't enough space. I had to really double, triple up a lot of these plants, which is why I now have to separate them. There were 5 plants in this one. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's that. Let's get some pon in here now. I know I keep calling this thing pon, but it's not pon, alright? It's semi-hydro mix. Look here, semi-hydro mix. Got one in my shoe now. I'm just used to saying pon, but you know what I mean when I say it. Let's put some of these ones in. I think just a thin layer. I haven't got too much there's not loads of moss in this one, so I'll kind of double up on the semi-hydro mix. There we go. I'll use a, whoa, don't want to spill it. I'll use my small one in the big one. Oh. Okay. It's going to be real fun having to clean up all of this stuff off the floor. There's quite a lot. I'm not even halfway through. I think I've done quite a lot actually in a short space of time. Considering how many we sort of started off with as a full tray, it's not too bad. Okay. And also the fact that I'm actually separating these plants as we go along as well, so it's sort of increasing the amount of time it takes to pot them up. As I said, the original plan was to get all of this into the semi-hydro mix, get rid of all of the moss. However, that would take me even longer to do because, as I said, some of this moss was really, some of the roots are really matted in there, so it would take me a while to get, to sort it all out. You know what, I'll take this one out, I'll put it a bit further down. I've noticed that, I don't know where it gets these traits from, but I noticed that some of these plants have really long stems. Now, it's great for if you want a tall plant. However, it does mean that these things outgrow their pots very, very quickly. So what I'm trying to do is just really try to put that plant as low in the pot as possible to give me more time to sort of grow it out. There we go. Nice. Okay. Got a little tiny one over here. Okay. Some of these plants are absolutely tiny. I think, oh, careful, careful. There we go. That one was very well rooted in there. I was worried that I would have broken it, but it was okay actually. How many plants have we got in here? We've got 3 plants in here. Okay, I'm taking one out. Just a little one, I'll leave that one for later. I guess these 2 can be potted up. Let's see how we do this. There we go. Okay, see what we do. Come on. These roots are really matted. There we go. There we go. I can see some light at the end of the tunnel now. There we go. Okay, look at that. Nice. Now let's get this big boy in there. But first, I need some more pots. I should probably do a challenge. How many pots do you think I will have? How many plants do you think I would have potted up at the end of this? Let's see who gets it right. Okay, so we stuff this one down there. Really sort of push those roots in and then cover it up like so. Give it a tap. Look at that, still got some space at the top there. And that is that. That's a lovely plant actually. It's got some really nice shape to it. Let's see. Okay, let's tackle these ones at the front here. Take off that leaf, these old ones as well. As I said guys, this is just a bit of a ramble. I've got nothing to say. So yeah, this is it. Oh god, what do you guys want to know about me, about this channel, this journey? Let me know and I can come back. I've got other plants that need repot. Look at this little baby one. Wow. I've got other plants that need repotting. I can come back and do something fun, answer some of your questions. Just let me know. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So that's that. There's 3 in there. Oh, I need some more pon. Semi-hydro mix. That's what it is, semi-hydro mix. Okay, see if I can tap that down a bit. Just like that. That'll do. That'll do. Oh, there's 2 in this. I didn't realize. I'll take that out. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Got so many plants down here, guys, you wouldn't believe, but you'll see it in just a sec. I can see that we're getting there. We're closing in on all of these plants. We'll be done before you know it. But if you're watching this video on the day it's going out, how's your Sunday going? What are you up to? Have you got any plans today? Are you having a bit of a Sunday dinner? Are you having a bit of a lazy day? Have you had quite a lot to do? I hope your day is going fabulously. I really do. Whoops. Okay, look, let me show you what we've got left. Look at that. These are sort of the little ones that will pot up. I'm leaving these to the end because they're really, really small. Maybe this one can go in actually. They're really quite small. So I want to, I might double them up. We will see. I haven't quite decided yet. Depending on how much space I have available, we will or won't double them up. I've actually got another tray of Anthurium babies that are really, really quite small. They're definitely, you know, the definition of a seedling. So part of doing this will mean that I can then maybe graduate those up slightly, maybe to these sort of pots, let them grow out a little bit, and then move them into something bigger to just let them take off. Because I find that as soon as I put them in a bigger pot like this, the growth just explodes. But it's finding the space. That's all it is, finding the space for these plants. There's so many. Do you know what I mean? Okay, this one's a bit tight. Let's see what we can do here. I think we'll have to remove some of this moss. There we go. Just tease away at the ones at the bottom that have sort of curled in on themselves. There we go. I think it's gonna break free. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, and a tiny baby one. I don't think it's gonna make it. Pulled off its only root system. We'll try anyway. We'll put it with something smaller and see what happens. It could be the ugly duckling. You know, small now, but then it could turn out to be the absolute best plant that I've ever seen. Look at this one, 2 leaves. There we go. Some of these plants, to be honest with you, are probably, they could go into an even bigger pot. But it's the space, just haven't got it. Haven't got that space for them. Okay. There's another one. This one looks like a bushy grower. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's take this one out. Yep. Look at that. A lot of leaves that need to come off. A petiole, another leaf. A little baby plant. Not too bad. We got two sort of more mature plants here as well. And how do we separate this? I think a little trick is to just loosen it from the bottom here, because this is where most of the knotting and matting takes place. So as much as I can, sort of just separate them. If I can get a finger in, then I can just tease it out like that. Just like so. Okay, so let's see. There we go. This one right here is a very long stemmed plant. So again, I'm going to try to compress those roots as much as possible to get this as low to the base as I can, and then backfill. Okay, so there we go. Nice. Same again with this one. Look at that. Oh, this one has quite a few pups on there. There's quite a few plants on this one. So firstly, let's clean it up so I can see what I'm working with a little bit better. It's looking like we have, gosh, quite a few plants on here. So again, let's just go in with the fingers and detangle these roots. Just like that. Okay, and then we can see as we pull these apart. There we go. That's the first one. This mini one over here. And then these two, so there's only a couple. It wasn't as many as I thought, which is good. I don't even know where I'm going to store all of these plants, by the way. But I'll give it a go. Let's see, let's get these ones in. Okay. That one was nice and easy. There's another one with quite a long stem. You can see all of that is just stem. So let's add a bit of pond to the bottom, like that. Not too much. Kind of force the plant down slightly, and then backfill. Okay. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Okay. Another one. We're nearly there. We're on the last row. We've got this one row to do, and then we'll go back to these little ones over here to see what we're working with. So as always, we separate this out. We've got a little one over here, put that on the side. Another even smaller one, again chuck it on the side. These two, I guess these can be potted. Oh, it's three. There we go. Okay. Take off this yellowing leaf. Gosh, this one is a very long stem actually. Okay. Nice. Couple more here. Okay, let's get rid of those old leaves, a little backfill, and then just fill it up to the top. I love it when it's this easy. Sometimes when you have to work around things, it's just too much. Look at that. Easy peasy. Okay, couple more at the front here. Oh, lots and lots of dead leaves here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. off that stem. 6, 7 leaves, and then some roots and some 8 leaves. It's quite a few there. Alright, so we're gonna start again by untangling as much as we can. Just like that. Oh, there we go. Can we get it? Can we? Let's see. I don't know. Can we get it? There we go. That's one plant separated. A little baby over here again. Lots of these little things. And you have to remember, all of these plants are around the same age. Like they're from the same batch of seeds. So the fact that some of them, I think this one might have to go into a larger pot. So the fact that some of them are, you know, more or less advanced is quite interesting actually. So this is the only one that I'll be putting into a larger pot. Nearly there. It's the final countdown now. Well, I say that, we still have to go through and sort out these little ones as well. We'll see what happens. Okay. Look at that. We've got these two tiny little things just here and here. Don't even know what they look like. Not too bad actually. Got a decent root system. They're probably just being a bit choked out in terms of not really getting much light, access to much light where they were. Because some of these plants were very big and it sort of formed a little canopy. So a lot of these smaller plants just probably didn't get as much light as they needed, to be fair. But there's quite a few in this. There's one baby one here. See if this one will come out yet. That one. This little baby as well. And that's it. Okay, so let's chuck that one in. And then backfill. Add in the pond. Like so. Until we're covered. There we go. Okay. Alright. I'll take off some of these dead leaves as you do. Place your plant in the pot like so. As low as you can go. I have to bend the roots up slightly. Low. This one's a bit tricky actually. Okay, that's it. Okay. Okay. It's the last big one. Get that in. Okay, there we go, that's it. This is the last big one, and now we're going to sort out these smaller ones as well. So there are some that are obviously slightly larger than others, so they can get their own pots. Okay. Just like that. But then there are some really tiny ones. So I think these ones, what do you think? These can go on their own, right? This one. Yeah, we'll put them all on their own. We've got enough pots. Got loads of pots actually. Okay. I think these plants will probably end up growing much larger than their siblings, just because of the pond. As I said, plants, I find, anthuriums grow super quickly when they're in pond and they have that space to really spread their roots. There's a little one. Okay, let's see what else we're working with. I've got a couple other kind of smaller little ones, but they're not kind of that small. That one can definitely be on its own, I would say. Okay, this one, yeah, why not on its own. Now I think the next big challenge is, where the hell am I going to keep these plants, right? I'm hoping that they will all fit on the other tray that I had my other plants on. If not, we'll have to just sort of compromise and make the best use of the other spaces. Look at that. These are still very much seedlings. I don't know. I think I might have to keep these in a separate area just to sort of grow them out a little bit. You don't want to lose any of them. I think my plan is to just have these growing, keep them, get them to a nice size so I can sell them off on my eBay store in the new year. I won't be putting anything out just yet, just because the weather is getting a bit too cold to be shipping plants out. So Anything I have on my store right now can be sold. And anything additional, I think I'll wait until spring to get them out. Okay. Oops. See, we've got a nice one here. Let's get that potted. Okay, what are we working with now? We've got some really tiny things here. Oh gosh. These things are absolutely minute. This one is tiny, but it looks quite good actually, so I think I'll keep this one on its own. Yep, keep that one on its own. And I think maybe these other ones I'll start to double up. So for example, I think I'll do them in twos maybe. Yep. 1, 2. I think I'll do that one with this one. Okay. Okay. I think I need a couple more pots. So that was 50 plants, right? Or 50 pots. I think I need 1, 2, 3 more pots. So 53 plants. If that was your guess, then congratulations, you've won. Okay, so there we go. So let's put a little bit of pot in here, like so. Let's put these two together. Like that. Okay. These two together. So this is kind of what we're working with now in these last couple ones, these last few. Okay. And last but not least, we'll get these ones together. I think I'll pop this one over the bag. I dropped it. Oh, mate. Alright. And this is it. This is the very last one. Not too bad. I think that took maybe about 2, 4, 6, maybe about an hour to get through. But it's done. It's finished now. One of the things I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and it's done. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'll sort these guys out now. I'll get them to wherever they need to be. I'll find a space. I don't know where yet, but I will. As I said, this was a bit of a random video. Oh look, there's a seed here actually I just found. Interesting. It didn't germinate. But yeah, as I said, it was a bit of a random one. So thanks for spending that time with me. I probably didn't say much. I hope you could see what I was doing. But yeah, this was a big thing. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Just one of the things that I do to keep my plant collection happy. So thanks again for watching, and as always, keep planting.